Hi there. You may notice that I'm going to be installing a lot of programs in this video. This is because Ethereum as a software platform is relatively new, so it has a lot of dependencies. This is expected to get better in the future. But for now, we need to install some programs. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
In this video, we're going to set up our developer desktop. I'm going to be using a fresh install of Linux Ubuntu. But if you're using a Mac or Windows, you can still follow along, but with slight modifications to the commands. So the first thing we want to really do is update our operating system. This will make sure that we have the latest packages that come pre-installed with Ubuntu. To do this, we first update the local packages and then upgrade those packages to their latest version. We can do these with a few simple commands at the terminal line. Here, sudo apt get update gets information about the repositories, and sudo apt get upgrade actually downloads the repositories. I'm going to speed this up as it may take several minutes on your machine, depending on the speed of your internet connection. The packages have been downloaded and installed now, so I'm going to clear the console. Now we're going to install an internet browser. Ethereum dApps are loosely speaking web applications that use the Ethereum network for a backend. So like any other web application, they require a front-end browser to allow HTTP interaction with users. Google's Chrome browser is a good choice since it offers flexibility with Ethereum wallet applications like MetaMask. In Ubuntu, we choose the Chromium browser, which is an open source version of Chrome. You can install Chromium by entering the following command at the command prompt. Chromium has finished downloading and has now been installed, so I'm going to clear the console again. The next step is to install an Ethereum wallet, which in our case is going to be MetaMask. To do this, let's launch Chromium browser directly from the console. Now we'll go to the MetaMask website, which is metamask.io, and from there we'll follow the instructions on installing the MetaMask Chrome extension. MetaMask is a software program that essentially creates a bridge between the Ethereum dApp running in the front end, or our internet browser, and the back end, which is called the Ethereum virtual machine. One of the main features of MetaMask is that by using your private key, it can submit digitally signed transactions to the Ethereum network. This will obviously become very handy once we start coding our Ethereum dApps. Back in the terminal, we're going to clear and then proceed to install an integrated development environment. We'll be developing our dApps using a combination of programming languages such as JavaScript and Solidity. So using an efficient, integrated development environment, or IDE, is crucial to our coding success. The Atom text editor is a great choice and can be installed by first downloading the repository and then installing the source code using the following simple commands. First, we download a public key using the Personal Package Archive, or PPA. Next, we update and install the Atom repository using another apt-get command. The installation might take several minutes on your computer depending on the speed of your internet connection, but once it's finished, we're going to clear the console again. While the built-in terminal program in Ubuntu that we've been using so far suffices for most tasks, it is beneficial to use a more powerful terminal for advanced tasks. Terminator is a great terminal program that allows for split-screen terminals, which is very handy in Ethereum development. It can be installed by first downloading the repository with a PPA, and then installing the source code using the update and install commands. Curl and wget will allow us to download new programs via the terminal, so we're going to go ahead and install them. Git is a free and open source distributed version control system, and it can be installed similar to the previous programs using its repository and a PPA, followed by an update and apt-get install command. By the way, the -y option that you see me using is so that we can automatically answer yes to any command question that may pop up during installation. Installing Git might also take several minutes on your machine, so I'm going to fast forward and then clear the console. The default shell for Ubuntu is Bash. We will update to ZSH to allow for better integration with Git. Additionally, omyzsh will improve the ZSH shell even further. We'll first begin by installing ZSH. Now we'll install omyzsh using a curl command. You may want to pause the video to copy this command. Once you enter your admin password, omyzsh will take you directly into the ZSH terminal. From there, we'll clear the console. You can also see how our command prompt has changed. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit using Shift-Control+sign. Next, we'll install some basic compilers. We'll do this using the apt-get install command. We'll be coding our dApps using primarily JavaScript. Installing Node.js, also known as Node, will give us access to a rich library of useful JavaScript modules. Installing the Node Package Manager, or NPM for short, will help us use Node.js effectively. You may want to pause the screen to take note of the following curl command. After the installation, there's one manual step we need to do. You'll see an export command at the end of the installation in the terminal. Copy those lines and then open the .zshrc file. We'll use Atom here, and take note that the .zshrc file is located in your home directory, so make sure you're in that path before opening the file. We're going to scroll to the bottom of the .zshrc file and paste the commands from the terminal window. Don't forget to save the file before exiting Atom. Back in the terminal, we're going to run source .cshrc to load that file again. Now it's time to install Node. Finally, let's make sure we're using the latest version of Node. Yep, 9.4.0. We are now ready to install the source code needed to run an Ethereum node. Fortunately, the Ethereum team has provided the community with a personal package archive (PPA), which we will now download and install. This installation may take several minutes, so I'm going to fast forward. Let's clear the console. Working directly with the Ethereum source code can be difficult. Truffle provides a simple solution. As stated in the Truffle GitHub page, Truffle is a development environment, testing framework, and asset pipeline for Ethereum, aiming to make life as an Ethereum developer easier. We installed Truffle using an npm install command. To test or to deploy any Ethereum dApp, we require an Ethereum node at the client side. There are a few options to set up an Ethereum test node at the client, and one of the simplest is called Ethereum.js test-rpc, or just test-rpc for short. Test-rpc is written in JavaScript, Node.js, and allows for fast emulation of an Ethereum blockchain at the client. We can install test-rpc with a simple npm install command. As a final step, we'll do one last operating system update to make sure all of our packages are up to date. And then finally, we'll clean out our file system. That's it. At this point, you should be able to run an Ethereum node at the terminal using the command test-rpc. This will start a node with 10 accounts on your machine. Finally, try test-rpc-help to learn more about how to customize the test-rpc program. This concludes this lesson. Thank you for your participation.